Okay, now we will go into box number 6, which is enter well data but assisted with SMaSHAR. It is an SMS harvester, or SMaSHAR for short. SMaSHAR then has 4 boxes, quite straightforward, but they've got a lot of detail in each. Now, first thing we do is to harvest the texts from the phone. This is in 2 phases, and yeah, I told you a bit involved. The first phase is to create and install Transfer Companion on your phone and the Droid transfer on the PC. Once you've done that, then on the phone, open Transfer Companion. So you might as well do that here. I've already done the left-hand side. So here we have Transfer Companion. So we just opened up that. Now we go, click on the PC, click on here, make sure the Wi-Fi is on, and it is not on. It is bombed out again. And click here. So we click on the box. And then it opens Droid Transfer. And this we need to scan in. So we go onto the mobile phone and say scan Droid QR, and there it goes. Now we have scanned it, and now look at the screen. We've got messages, music, photos. These are on my phone right now. I don't want to do a download just now. So what we'll do, we'll look at the messages. We click in this box up here, and we will scroll down to the well messages that we are particularly looking for. So this is when we're harvesting the SMSs off, the text messages off the phone. We can do it manually, which we've done in box number 1, or we can do it this way when it thinks about it. Now I want to look at STUV Wells. There we go. Wells, Jim. There we go. Thanks, Jim. We'll look at yours. And these are Jim's Wells. Wells text, rather. Now what we'll do, we'll park that for the time being, because yes, actually I should have said on the phone we click messages, then we click on the well name, which we've done. Now click on top and do save as, save text. So this is the save text bit up here, and then we save it to my messages. So we do a save text, and we save it to my text messages in C folder under the Wells folder. So I do a save. There we go, copy complete. So all the texts from Jim have now been transferred. So you get the idea of just how many texts, how many days it's been running. So thanks, Jim. Oh right, so that's been done now. So we have done it to the saved my text messages, which is done. Right, now this is the tricky part. We have to go into the my text messages. We click on there, and we look at Jim's messages. Open it up. Now we have to tidy this up. So we either have to have this every day, a date column, or we take them all out. Now, as there's more dates in there than not, I am going to insert the top date column. Here we go. So I'm going to insert this batch because all this came from the same day. So I'm going to insert that little lot, which is fine. The only trouble is we've got to make really certain that there you've got 2 gaps here. That can't be, because it's oh, actually it is 2 gaps, right? So that's two lines and 1 at the top. Is that correct? 1 at the top. Two lines and 1 at the top. Yep, 2 lines and 1 at the top. That's fine. 2 lines and 1 at the top. But right at the top here, we've got a bit of a mess. So we've got to delete that. What we're trying to do now is to tidy up the latest message, remove the top few lines and miscellaneous rows, and get a regular spacing, and then save for processing. That's the key, because this automatic harvesting of the messages is not very intelligent, and it just scans down a number of rows and takes the data, plucks the data from so many rows down, and if it's the wrong data, well, it's wrong data. So we've got to be very careful and inspect each row that there are 2 spaces at the end and 1 at the beginning. And nobody has sent us a text, or sent this little unit a text in the meantime, or it's missed something, or it's and it's done something untoward. Now don't forget, this will be unusual because we had 60 days of not collecting texts, so this is 60 odd days worth that we haven't processed. And so, oh, there we go, you see, look at that, I missed that message. Nice. Somebody's trying to send a message back, so that's at the top. That's 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Did I miss another one? Got to be so careful. You will see the errors. Oh, there we are. Nice. That's not very good. 2 at the bottom, that's fine. Okay, look at this, you see. 1 at the top, 2 spaces at the bottom. Good. And we're coming to the end. I just wonder whether any others have been sent. There we are. So now we have all the text messages in a regular pattern with no other intervening text for the past 60 odd. In fact, we can see how many days is it. But I just wanted to show you what is required. We need to do this line. Item number 5, tidy up the latest message, remove the top few lines, and get a regular spacing, and then save for processing, which is, I think, about now, actually. Right, so that's it. Now I can just save it. Right. Now what? Return to Flow menu and select green box 3. Oh, there we go. So we'll move that box onto another screen. Return to Flow menu and select box 3. Where's box 3? Here we are. Process and format SMS. I know it's intricate, but this saves us a lot of typing if we've missed a lot of wells. Otherwise, you can enter them manually in the Flow menu, box number 1 of the Awesome spreadsheet. Right, in the well utilities, Awesome SMaSHAR folder, open my text messages, which is fine, which is what I've got open already. Check the latest message has regular spacing between them, which it has. Right, now we open a new blank spreadsheet and select B2. So if we click, oops, now what? Click here and go down, we should find a blank spreadsheet and click in B2. Now this is a bit tricky because we can't see what the next instruction was. Now from that ribbon, select data from text and from text messages file and import. And then use a delimited space and click next. Oh yeah, okay. Right, so this, it might be better to print this out. I might have to remember to. Right, set the page format. Right, from that ribbon, so this is a ribbon, and I need to select data. So it's saying select data, and so we're going on to here. We're selecting data, and then we're saying from text. Let me widen it up a bit. Data. There we are. From text. So now this box, it says data from text and from text messages file. So it's data from texts. So the text messages file are in C under Wells, Well Utilities, SMaSHAR, my text messages files, and this is the most latest one. Import on that. Now it's going to ask us a whole load of questions. Right, so we've got to import. So we're doing that, and it says delimited. So we need to click delimited. Next. Then it is space and colon. So it's space and colon. So we put a colon here. Now we go on to the date, because we need this date here not to be a number, we need it to be day, month, year. Well, first of all, let us import it. Now where's the date? There it is. Now it's got a general sticker over it. We don't want that general, we need a date in that format, so it will put that as a day, month, year. Right, fine then, and then we say finish. Where do you want to put it? A1. No, not really. I want it to be here. B2. Okay, go, and there it is. Now select here, text to process tab, and delete the old cells. So we need to delete all this stuff. Do you want to delete the query? Yes. Now we need to go back into that workbook and copy, is it one space? I think so. All the way down to the end. Once again, this isn't going to be normal. We don't normally have 60 or 70 texts from one well. It will take, if we did this for, okay. So it's B2 to Q end, and now we do a Control C to copy all of that, and we put it here. Let's have a quick look which cell it goes into. Blank, yeah, placed into B3. I don't know quite whether that is B3. Let's give it a go. And now we Control V to paste it all in, and there it all is. Right, now we'll just focus on the top handful here of texts, and you can see here that we have there's an error because these wells aren't all absolutely identical in every respect. this mechanism can get itself wrong. For example, look, if you look here, it's got the message name or number as it actually says message. So if we click in the formula cell, where you can say that it's looking at the message, and we really want it in Jim's thing, Jim's well, that's the name. Actually it's 1002, but anyway, so it should be 1002. So there you go. So you move it, and then that is correct. In fact, all the others are correct. It's just this row here. So what I'm going to do is to block all those out and just drag it down. And as you can see here, it's now got the correct. Well, it's got this Jim's well, and the dates. Fine. Now we look at the top 5, top 4, as many as we want. A right click and we do a copy. Then we go back, and then it says number 8 is paste values only to master. Enter well data manually. So we go on to enter well data manually. We know Jim's is 1002, and then we do a paste, except this is the values only, so we only need 1 2 3 4, and there we go. So that's how we fill in well, how I filled in the previous 60 wells. This one we know is incorrect. It should be 1002, so you drag the last 2 down. That keeps the formatting correct. And as you can see here, I've got the 6 of the 6, and so I've the real life one is more up to date than the demo version. Okay, so that's how you do that. We don't want any of that now, so we'll just delete all of that, and that. So let's go back and go into SMaSHAR again. So what have we done? We've looked at opened the SMaSHAR folder. We've checked the latest message and got the regular spacing every 11 lines. We've opened the new blank spreadsheet. Then from that ribbon we've selected data and selected the message and imported it. And then we've selected the delimiter and the space and the colon to separate and split out the message into individual columns. We then pasted that delimited and separated text into this format, where we could then copy the data and paste it into there. Once we've corrected the formula by looking at that and going into the formula bar at the top and adjusting it, because all the wells are slightly different, we can then copy the relevant values and paste the values into the well that we know it is. So it's a right click and we paste the values, not everything else, just the values. Right, so that's how to enter data into the awesome spreadsheet with assisted with SMaSHAR assistance. Okay, yeah, and thanks for watching.